Alright, so this video is a continuation of the video that we just finished recently. So there are the answers for the ones that we did recently. So here is a question that we need to focus on. Alright, let's zoom it up if we wanna. It said the probability that a student chosen at random had at least 12 correct answers. So we're looking at 12 correct answers, at least 12 correct answers. So at least would have meant, okay, 12 or more. That's what we're looking for. So let's go back to the table to get that. All right, so here's the table. So these are the marks. So we're looking at 12 or more. 2 students would score 12 and then more. So we're looking at all of these combined. So that would have been 12 or more. So we're looking at 2 plus 11. All right, that's 13 and 10, that's 23 and 9, that's 32 students. So the probability that the student would have scored 12 or more would have been 32 students out of 60. And then you could break this down further. 16 out of 30. People see this, you could say 8 out of 15. So this is the probability, or we have to understand that probability can be given in many ways, right? So we're looking at that as a probability. Any one of these answers would be okay. Just 1 mark. All right. Now we have a pie chart, all right, in the B section. So we're not looking at the B section. It says a group of students wrote the physics exam. Each of the students achieved a grade 1, 2, 3, or 4. The pie chart below represents that. So here we're seeing our pie chart where those who got grade 3 were actually 39 students, and the angle representation, the sector angle, was 117. Let us look at the first question. 39 students achieved grade 3. We're seeing that here. Determine the total number of students who wrote the exam. All right. So there are more than one ways we could look at this, but one of the ways we could look at this is to say, all right, it is at this moment, we're looking at 117 degrees, which is equivalent to 39 students. So we could do a ratio representation here, all right? So one degree, I said percentage here. This is 1 degree, all right? My bad. So 1 degree is 0.33333. So if we want 360 degrees, then simply we multiply this 0.333 by 360. And there you go, multiply this by 360, and it's going to take us to 120 students actually did the exam. So that's, you collect your 2 marks there, 120 students. So that's one way. I'm not saying that this is the only way. It could be represented other ways, but here it is. 120 students would have been the total number of students. Now let us jump to the next section. All right, so as I said, now we're looking at the fact that the ratio of grade 1 to 2, 1, 2, or 4 is 2 to 4 to 3, right? A student passed the exam if they get grade 1, 2, or 3. How many students pass the exams? All right, so let us see what's going on. We know that there are 120 students. If we should subtract the 39, right, 120 minus the 39 students, we would get 81 students that would have scored a 1, a 2, or a 4. So taking the grade 3 out of it, a 1, a 2, or a 4 would have been 81, but this is the ratio for that. So if we should add up the 2 plus the 4 plus the 3, we get 9 proportional parts. So it simply means that the 81 was divided up in that. Now we could look at it from this point of view, that 9 proportional parts is equal to, let me write this better, 9 proportional parts is equal to 81. So 1 part is 9. So then If we want to work out the rest, if you get a grade 1, for a grade 1, it's going to be 2 times 9, which is 18. For a grade 2, it would have been 4 times 9, which is 36. And for grade 4, we're looking at 3 times 9, and that is 27. Now, bear in mind, though, that they did say the students who passed the exam, right? So those who passed the exam would have been grade 1, 2, or 3. So we're looking at 18 plus 36 plus the 39. So it's going to be 18 plus the 36 plus the 39, right? So 18 plus the 36 plus the 39, and that's 93 students. So here we would have gotten 90 students that pass the exam to call it that mark. So it's 93 students who actually pass the exam. All right, let's go up further. Determine the value of the angle for grade 1. For grade 1, we need to know how many students got grade 1. How many students got grade 1? 18. So we're looking at there, we have 18 out of the total of 120 students. And to find the angle, we multiply by 360 degrees. So here it is, 18 divided by 120, multiply by 360, and then our answer is 54 degrees. So that would have been the sector angle for that. All right, that's the final question. Thank you for watching.